In a historic return to power, Donald Trump's re-election to the U.S. presidency in 2024 signals a sharp pivot toward conservatism and national self-interest amid a tense geopolitical landscape. Facing economic turbulence, global conflicts, and shifting alliances, Trump's administration appears poised to double down on America First principles, potentially reshaping U.S. and global priorities for years to come. This video seeks to examine, in depth, how Trump's policies diverge from those proposed by Kamala Harris, and how his approach could impact not only the U.S., but also allies, competitors, and global stability. Through an in-depth exploration of Trump's anticipated domestic and international policies, this analysis covers key areas: economic strategy, defense and security, foreign alliances, immigration reform, and the technological and environmental landscapes. Each section is designed to shed light on potential policy trajectories and provide insights into how they may influence global political dynamics, economic stability, and social change. Trump's first term established a foundation of economic deregulation, tax cuts, and bold foreign policy moves. Yet his second term is expected to be more refined, informed by recent global shifts and economic strains. The challenges of 2024 demand a more resilient, adaptive approach, suggesting a potentially evolved Trump administration that not only pushes self-sufficiency, but also grapples with pressing security, environmental, and technological issues. Trump's response to recent supply chain disruptions and inflation is expected to take a strategic, sector-by-sector approach. His administration may pursue federal funding for critical sectors such as pharmaceuticals, renewable energy, and chip manufacturing, with incentives designed to attract private investment. These policies would aim to insulate the U.S. from global supply risks, though they might also increase prices domestically due to reduced global sourcing. Trump's return to the White House comes as the U.S. faces heightened cyber threats from state and non-state actors alike. His administration is likely to bolster digital infrastructure, AI, and cybersecurity, seeing these as essential to maintaining national security. Trump's policies could entail heavy collaboration with the private tech sector, possibly through tax incentives, to ensure rapid advancements in AI, quantum computing, and space technology. Trump's re-election suggests a revival of oil, gas, and coal industries framed around energy independence. His administration may support offshore drilling and pipeline expansions to ensure the U.S. can meet its own energy needs while decreasing reliance on international energy markets. While these steps are likely to stimulate job growth, they could exacerbate environmental concerns and strain U.S. relations with countries committed to climate agreements. Kamala Harris's proposed policies offered a starkly different roadmap, built around social equity, climate action, and multilateral cooperation. Her administration was expected to deepen U.S. commitments to global alliances, international environmental agreements, and social welfare expansion. By examining key contrasts, we can better understand the significance of Trump's agenda. Harris's agenda emphasized welfare expansion, aiming to increase healthcare access, raise the minimum wage, and provide additional social benefits. In contrast, Trump's administration is expected to reduce welfare spending, favoring tax breaks for businesses and private investment. This shift may increase economic inequality, but aims to stimulate private sector job growth, particularly in traditional sectors like manufacturing. Harris's administration would likely have fostered multilateral cooperation through NATO, the UN, and environmental accords like the Paris Agreement. Trump's second term is expected to prioritize bilateral, transactional relationships, demanding tangible benefits for U.S. involvement. His approach could test the resilience of NATO and shift the U.S.'s influence in global environmental policy. Harris would have focused on reducing emissions and expanding renewable energy, while Trump's strategy is expected to prioritize energy independence through expanded fossil fuel production. This policy shift could strain international climate agreements and provoke responses from other major economies, potentially slowing global progress on climate goals. Trump's foreign policy emphasizes strategic self-interest, likely resulting in a realignment of U.S. alliances and positioning in complex geopolitical landscapes like the Middle East, Eastern Europe, and the Indo-Pacific. Trump's administration is expected to enhance support for Israel and Gulf allies while intensifying pressure on Iran. This stance could include sanctions, military posturing, and expanded arms deals with countries like Saudi Arabia. Trump may pursue additional diplomatic deals, akin to the Abraham Accords, that could alter the balance of power in the region, although this could also provoke greater regional instability, particularly if Iran responds aggressively. Trump's skepticism of NATO's financial arrangement is expected to resurface, with his administration likely urging European allies to increase their defense spending. His approach to the Ukraine-Russia conflict may be more restrained, potentially reducing direct military aid. This stance could pressure the EU, particularly Germany and France, to assume a more proactive role in regional security and reshape the transatlantic alliance. Trump's potential reintroduction of tariffs on European imports could worsen Europe's economic struggles, pushing countries like Germany to seek stronger ties with Asia. This shift may lead to an increase in European-Asian trade partnerships, which could reduce the U.S.'s influence in global trade and challenge the dominance of Western economic models. Trump's administration is expected to adopt a pragmatic, interest-based approach to relationships with major global players, each relationship potentially altering the geopolitical landscape. Trump's administration is likely to intensify efforts to decouple from China, targeting critical industries like AI, semiconductors, and communications technology. By encouraging American companies to reduce dependency on Chinese supply chains, Trump's policies aim to strengthen U.S. economic security. This could heighten trade tensions and potentially lead to retaliatory measures from China, further polarizing global economic networks. Trump's approach to Russia may be cautious, yet transactional, focusing on areas of potential cooperation, such as energy stability, while avoiding confrontation. This could shift the balance of power in Eastern Europe, creating concerns for NATO allies in the region. Trump's approach could also embolden Russia's influence in neighboring countries, requiring Europe to reevaluate its security policies. Trump is expected to pursue a strong partnership with India, emphasizing defense agreements, economic collaboration, and shared security interests in the Indo-Pacific. This alliance aims to counter China's influence, positioning India as a pivotal player in regional security. Closer ties with India could lead to joint technological and defense initiatives, potentially reshaping the power dynamics in Asia. Trump's close relationship with Saudi Arabia is expected to deepen, with a focus on arms sales, oil agreements, and regional security cooperation. By aligning with Saudi Arabia's goals within OPEC, Trump could amplify Saudi influence in the oil market, impacting global energy prices and affecting relationships with other oil-dependent nations. Trump's approach to immigration is anticipated to return to a focus on stricter border controls, deportation policies, and selective entry for skilled labor. These shifts could influence migration patterns across the Americas and beyond. Trump's administration may re-emphasize a merit-based immigration policy, focusing on skilled workers in fields such as technology and engineering. This approach aims to boost U.S. competitiveness in high-tech sectors, though it may restrict pathways for unskilled labor, impacting industries like agriculture and construction. Trump's strict immigration policies may alter migration trends in Central and South America, as increased border enforcement restricts U.S. entry. Neighboring countries may need to adjust their own policies to manage increased migrant flows, potentially causing economic and social strain in regions already facing economic instability. Trump's economic policies are expected to focus on promoting domestic industries, tax reductions, and bilateral trade deals, each carrying implications for global trade and economic stability. Trump is anticipated to reduce corporate taxes and promote deregulation to foster private investment. His administration may also pursue fiscal conservatism, reducing federal spending to address inflationary pressures. However, cuts to social services could heighten domestic inequality, affecting low-income populations. Trump's administration may introduce tariffs on goods from countries like China and Germany, affecting global trade networks. By pursuing bilateral deals that favor U.S. interests, Trump may disrupt multilateral trade norms, pushing countries to explore alternative markets and alliances. Trump's energy strategy centers on domestic oil, gas, and coal production, aiming to insulate the U.S. from global energy price volatility. This policy may boost the domestic energy sector, though it could conflict with international climate goals and strain relationships with green energy-focused countries. Trump's policies are expected to prioritize job creation in sectors like infrastructure and manufacturing, though automation's rise will require new workforce strategies. By focusing on infrastructure projects, Trump's administration could create jobs in construction, transportation, and manufacturing. Reshoring industries to reduce import dependency may support these efforts, though it will require new skills training for American workers to meet evolving job market demands. Trump's support for automation and AI could lead to shifts in the labor market, displacing traditional roles but creating demand for skilled workers in tech-driven sectors. His administration may introduce vocational training programs aimed at reskilling workers for automation-driven industries, helping to prepare the workforce for the future. Trump's return signals a potential push for technological independence, with a focus on cybersecurity, AI, and domestic tech production. Trump is likely to advocate for digital sovereignty, emphasizing cybersecurity and AI as cornerstones of U.S. national security. By investing in these areas, the administration could strengthen the U.S.'s tech leadership, though trade restrictions with China may disrupt global tech supply chains and affect industries reliant on international collaboration. Trump's administration is expected to invest heavily in semiconductor manufacturing, aiming to reduce reliance on foreign supply chains. This move could reshape the global tech landscape, with potential impacts on countries like Taiwan and South Korea that dominate chip production. Trump's second term heralds a period of assertive nationalism, with policies poised to shape U.S. domestic dynamics and the global political landscape. His administration's emphasis on economic self-sufficiency, technological independence, and security alliances may redefine international relations, economic stability, and social trends worldwide. Each policy shift, from trade to climate and security, signals a recalibration of America's role on the global stage, presenting both challenges and opportunities in a rapidly evolving world. As these policies unfold, their impacts will reverberate across allies, adversaries, and economies worldwide. The potential legacy of Trump's presidency lies in its reshaping of alliances, economic structures, and international norms, which may redefine the global order for years to come.